Man, 1,500.
With your hosts, Van Nunley and Fred Slow, with producer Isaiah Johnson on 95.9 FM and AM 610, The Sports Animal.
It's Wednesday, Albuquerque. You know what that means? It means I'm doing my best Fran Drescher impersonation all day.
First off, why?
I'm very nasally.
Please don't.
I sound like Professor.
Don't.
I sound like Professor Frink.
You sound like a tiny bit scratchier.
Yeah,
than you normally do.
I thought I would get better.
You're not.
No,
You're not.
No,
You're not.
No. I feel
physical or mental health.
Oh,
you're
definitely not that one.
Doing poor in both right now.
4,500 forest employees fired over the week.
Oh my goodness, that is awful.
Every day.
Good thing they're saving tens of thousands of dollars
every day.
When it costs $5.6 billion to run America every day.
Every single day. Van Nunley, welcome.
Hey, thanks. Good to be here.
Isaiah Johnson back at the studio.
Hello, boys.
We
and
are
when I say here, obviously we're at the YMCA.
We're at the YMCA. That is correct. We're at the Horn location, basically the intersection of San Mateo and Indian School. Or if you come and see Van here at the Y, first of all, that's weird. Like Van, he's told me before he doesn't want to see you.
Now, hold on. Who are you talking to?
They.
Because I want all the friends of the show to come here.
Okay, never mind. I take it all back.
Yeah, strike that. Reverse it, Willy Wonka.
You're through dry January. It's basically March. Now's the time to start your resolution.
I'm never doing dry anything.
No, I will never. Unless it's my nose.
I'll tone it down.
Yeah.
I'll tone it down.
Don't tone it up.
Yeah. I'm not going to be.
You would tone it up here at the Y. That's the point I was trying to get to.
Toned up.
Trying to get toned up.
Getting real toned. Toned Loke.
Today's I-9 Varsity impromptu right now. The I-9 Varsity of Nasally Voices. The I-9 Varsity of Nasally Voices. You can reach out to I-9 Sports for today's varsity. That is 505. Here's my thing, Van.
In your head, do you think you sound more nasally right now?
505-312-4999. League office 280 at i9sports.com. It's the I-9 Voices, I-9 Varsity of Nasally Voices. I do, again, Professor Frank from The Simpsons. TV genius, mad scientist. I mean, you kind of know his deal. That is me right now. Flagoyan.
I don't think you're that bad.
It is bad.
What you're hearing is not nasally. You're a little scratchier. You're not nasal. You're not more nasally.
What's like a scratchy voice?
Yeah, scratchy. Yeah, not.
Well,
nasally.
I mean, go down the scratchy voice path. Okay. If that's what you're feeling.
All right.
I don't know who's famous for that.
Dexter from Dexter's Laboratory.
Okay, that's a good one. Yeah, I do kind of feel that energy right now. The only one I could kind of come up with off the top of my head was Louis Armstrong.
Are you not doing nasally on purpose? Are you going oppo right here on purpose? Because he is not nasally.
Is Bob Dylan nasally?
His voice was from the soul. I do believe Bob Dylan was very nasally.
I'm on the basement thinking about the government. He's in the background talking to the Malibu.
That's what I sound like.
Yeah. Nope. Still don't. A little scratchy.
I'm like if Janis Joplin had an Adam's apple.
No, don't think so.
That's where I'm currently at.
I'm gonna stay in the cartoon world. Go SpongeBob SquarePants.
I don't know his work.
That's actually nasally.
Who's the voice?
Not what you sound.
Is that his actual voice, or is that a acted voice?
Well, it's a documentary, and it was starring the real person, SpongeBob SquarePants.
Tom Kenny.
What's that?
That's the name. That's the name of the guy that does the thing.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, he's the voice of.
Seems nice.
He is alive. He's still currently with us.
Welcome to life.
It doesn't sound that bad to you?
Not really.
See, I don't know why you're saying that.
Well, I mean, I hear you, 3 hours a day?
Mm-hmm.
And it's not as far off. Like in your head, because you got the You got the squishy nose right now.
Yeah.
You got the swollen lymph nodes.
100%.
You got the weird flexy throat. It might sound different to you than it sounds to myself.
I feel like I sound like Billy Corgan
and Zay and thousands of
the
listeners
friends of
in
the show.
Albuquerque and surrounding areas.
I feel like Britney Spears after just ripping a bunch of darts like in a parking lot behind her performance.
You're more nasally normal voice than you are now.
Why are you saying this?
Because it's accurate.
I feel like it's really bad.
Billy Corgan's on the nasally side.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, he's on the nasally side.
Like a Kristen Chenoweth.
When like one of my favorite rappers, Danny Brown, when like Danny Brown goes vibrato, check like that, like Danny Brown.
What was that word?
Check.
No.
He says that all the time.
Vibrato?
Vibrato.
Vibrato.
Yeah.
Vibrato.
Yeah.
Vibrato.
Yep.
We didn't really get a chance to get to it yesterday. We'll do it today. Congratulations to Jay-Z and A$AP Rocky.
Big
It
day.
is a big day in
Dang.
the world of hip-hop entertainers and rappers that you can still root for. Also, I saw the internet is trying to uncancel Nelly. It's never going to happen.
No. Leave him in the box.
He's done. He's cooked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Him
and Ashanti can't save him now.
Will always have country grammar, Fred. Everything after that has been garbage. And now you get to realize that.
Nellyville was good.
No, it wasn't.
St. Lunatics were good.
No, they weren't. Country grammar and Nelly, one little moment in time, made magic.
Yeah.
Struck gold
was
for
awesome.
once. He wasn't a one-hit wonder. He was a one-hit album wonder. And he's done nothing before or after. So it's easier to root against him when you know. Like, it's not like people being conflicted about listening to Michael Jackson. Like, that hurts. Such a great discography from old MJ.
No.
Not being able to karaoke the remix to Ignition by R. Kelly, that hurts. But not listening to Nelly doesn't bother me at all. Doesn't bother me.
A$AP Rocky's lawyer is going to go on a tear, so be ready for that. There's a ton going on in this thing.
So it's pretty cool that this has set a new standard for the hip hop and rap world.
Mm-hmm.
A$AP Rocky, you can brandish a weapon, as long as it's a stage prop. So you could look like super tough, like walking around with a gun on you. You could pull it out, shoot blanks at people.
That was weird.
That's fine.
Rihanna
You could have people fear for their lives and run away from a gunfight because you're brandishing a weapon. But as long as it's
cause harm to themselves and others,
as long as it's a stage prop from a music video that was left over, you're fine. That's one of the weirdest court cases of all time.
it was weird. There was a guy that testified that he shot his knuckles off in an unrelated thing.
Yeah.
And you go, what the?
Where'd you find this guy?
That's what they said to Rihanna. They were like, you got to type, girl. Like, stop picking that type.
Well, it's more fun that way.
And then everything in the world of Jay-Z. So it is a good day for the world of the only two rappers left that you can root for.
Also, you're welcome, world. I told you about Jay-Z.
You did from the very
I told
beginning.
you this wasn't right. So my Jay-Z is your Trevor Bauer. You were pro Trevor Bauer this whole time. You're like, he did nothing wrong. It just sounds wishy-washy. I said the exact same thing about Jay-Z. So it feels good to be vindicated, you know?
It's a nice thing. We have to go to break early so I can literally clear my throat. But when we get back, a ton going on in the world of sports and sports entertainment. I have spent the last 18 hours becoming obsessed with hockey.
Ooh.
Like, this is my new jam.
All of this great work that we've done for the Ice Wolves, that didn't make you turn the corner? We had to pit nation against nation for you to be interested in hockey?
It had, like, primed my pump a little bit. You know, like, I felt when I submerged my pump into the deep, dark waters that has been Four Nations International Pause the Season hockey play.
Well, you're talking about when those maple syrup suckers, Canadians, like started booing the national anthem.
Sorry, what?
That's when you got invested.
Hey, and where's this thing played in Boston? Is that where this chip is? They better be cool to do "Oh Canada." Like, I'm gonna shoot you real straight here. This ain't on Canada. Like, when "Oh Canada" gets played, you need to show some respect, United States of America, because "Oh Canada" is not over here trying to pick a fight with big old bad United States of American. They're up there minding their own business, trying to convince me that Toronto's not their capital. Like they're doing their own thing right now.
Sure.
And here we are, taking up too much seat, and we're in the middle seat on an airplane. You know what we don't get? Those armrests. Those aren't ours.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Just using an analogy.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
It's a whole thing right now.
Gilbert Godfrey is scratchy and nasally.
Okay, that's
He's the
that's a
best
good
both.
comp.
Yeah.
It's a. What was the name of the villain in Aladdin? Mustafa? No, that's Lion King.
That's Lion King.
Mustafar? That's also
you're
Lion
thinking
King.
of Iago, his parent. Iago.
No. But what was the genie's name? Not the genie, but the evil genie.
Oh God, what was his name?
You know what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, of course I can see him right now.
He's got a big hat.
It's probably my favorite Disney movie, and I'm going blank.
Aladdin is your favorite Disney movie? That movie is soft. That is not a good Disney movie.
Say that to Robin Williams' face.
Can't do it.
Best character in the history of Disney was the genie from Aladdin.
No, they didn't write Aladdin. That's not.
The Disney version.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, I'll buy that.
Yeah, I'm very familiar with
Jafar.
the work of the Arabian
Hey,
Nights.
will you note that I didn't Google anything? It's Jafar. That came to me.
Well done.
Yeah.
It would have took me a second.
I would have came up with Prince Ali.
Ali Abubu.
Ali Ababa.
Mm-hmm.
Strong as 10 regular men naturally. I'm going to blow my nose. When we get back, I'm talking to you about the NHL. It's kind of the NHL.
It is. But it's NHL players.
Not all of them, though, right?
But
Didn't some of those
segregated by nationality?
This is actually the way so many people wanted it the
Yeah.
whole time.
That's why there's so much more interest for all the xenophobic people are like, oh, I like hockey again.
In Boston. Boston is ready to boo, brother. Like,
Mhm.
they're going to lose their stuff on Canada.
It's Boston. They're like the second worst fan base.
Philadelphia?
After Philadelphia.
Number one,
Yeah,
Philadelphia.
for sure.
Number
Yeah.
2, Boston.
For two, Boston.
Then probably Toronto. They have nothing to cheer for. That's what I'm trying to get to. The Blue Jays are booty.
Yeah. Raptors. I had a little one highlight for the Raptors.
That one
Hey.
chip.
The Argonauts used to crush, though.
Did they draw?
No, they played football.
Okay. Maple Leafs.
Mhm.
I
Been
like.
a long drought for them.
Well, it's not EAVES.
Great
It's
logo, though.
EAFS, and I like that because that in my brain doesn't make sense.
Eves or Eves?
That it's not Eves, it's Eves.
Okay.
Maple Eves. And it's blue, not red, which historically Canada has leaned red
For sure.
until now. I guess kind of politically they
Kind
are,
of
but
both. A
yeah,
little
this
bit
is
of both.
actually the rejuvenation of Trudeau, which is a
Right.
whole nother story for another time.
Okay. That's a different program as well.
Two men on live from the Horn YMCA. Come see your boy, and not mine. I have a head cold.
Yeah, bummer.
Yeah, say hello to.
I'm sitting really
We're
far
very
away from
far
it.
away from each
Yeah.
other. If we didn't have headphones, we would not be able to hear each other.
I'm sorry, what was that?
I'm too nasally.
Okay.
95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
New Mexico Shoes now offers same-day custom arch supports. Your
Why are people saying I sound like Leona Lewis? Who is that?
I would never know that, but I'll tell you what, I'm going to plug it into the Google machine.
I think it's a singer, maybe? I don't trust singers because they all have auto to like share stuff.
Yeah, if you believe in life after love, I believe it's accurate.
It might be the first one to like overly feature it, but there's 0% chance that the first song.
Familiar with Zappin' Roger? Are you
Okay, so that's tracking.
Are you familiar
Yeah.
with Peter Frampton?
All of that track.
Vocorders way before auto-tune was a thing.
So okay.
Before people like ran their voice through like a keyboard.
Fight in every single episode of hockey. We don't actually fight. We only fight like 80% of the time.
Okay.
He
That's
said
still a lot.
it seemed like a lot.
80% is like way closer to all the time than not all the time.
And he said, you can probably expect, because they're so prideful, that there'll be some fisticuffs. Because there was 3 fights in the first 9 seconds the last time these two teams.
Correct. Yeah. And another one 2 minutes in just for good measure.
They need the senseis.
No, they don't. They would hurt each other. You don't want to give them that power.
I don't want to exhaust all my karate jokes, but I will whenever Jim Pounds joins us.
Okay.
But I do feel like some Mr. Miyagi stuff would help in a hockey fight.
I would rather see them break bread than break bricks.
Is that a quote from Mr. Miyagi?
Nope.
Now,
it's from the depths of my brain just now.
If you go into a hockey fight and one of the guys takes the crane position,
okay,
that's terrifying.
Dr. Fraser Crane?
His brother.
Oh, okay. Niles.
Okay. But this one feels wild. Like, and I know we're going to watch it tomorrow night at Satan's.
100%.
100%.
I'm so stoked. I've never been more excited.
Literally never. It's like
except for every New Mexico Ice Wolves match. Besides that,
That's
I've
different.
never been more
That's
excited
different.
for a hockey competition ever.
That's a canvas that we can paint on. That's different.
And the stakes are high.
Well, this is the last one.
No, it's never the last one, but this one's the most important.
It's got new rules.
If Canada loses, they become the 51st state of the United States of America. The stakes are high.
That is, again, I'm not. You're crossing up a lot of stories here.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought if USA won, we get Canada, and then if Canada wins, we drop all the tariffs.
They get the custody of their child.
Yeah, they get Jim Carrey and Celine Dion back.
It's over the top rules.
Well,
hey guys, I know we got to play hockey tonight or whatever. Can we just put our differences aside and like fist fight?
Yeah,
is that,
for sure.
Is that
That'd
cool?
be way more fun.
You know, it'd be wild.
Who needs to play all this hockey when you just punch each other?
And I don't know the rules on fist fighting, but here's what I do know.
Okay.
The referees which we recently learned are called line judges and umpire.
Zebra or GTFO.
Thank you. Okay.
No
so
care,
the zebras and GTFOH is what?
I obviously can't say that
Okay.
out loud. That's
Yeah.
why I gave it an acronym.
Get the fight on hockey.
Yeah, that's it.
That's what it stands
Uh-huh.
for. They don't actually score it. This is where it gets interesting because they position themselves around it.
Are you're wanting the zebras to score the fight?
So I thought
like an Olympic boxing
so
match?
I'm going to show you real straight, and I'm
Okay.
going to tell you I had limited knowledge.
All right.
I did have limited knowledge. But what they do is they get down in the behind home plate position,
Mm-hmm.
which I would identify as a judging position. You can call balls and strikes
Okay.
when you're squatted down like that. And I
Yes.
thought there was some sort of like to the loser goes more penalty points, to minutes, to the victor maybe is a on ice. Maybe it's 5-on-4. Advantage. I thought came if you were victorious, Vic. That's what I thought.
Well, usually whoever starts it, if they can prove who starts it, gets a penalty. The other person's just fighting back.
No, they both get penalties.
It's usually.
There's no way that two guys in fisticuffs don't get both.
Right. It's like whoever smelt it dealt it rules, I believe, in hockey.
So identify what a start is. Is that when you shake the gloves off?
Yeah, once you clinch. I think that's what the zebras are looking for, is either you let go of the clinch when you have to stop, or you hit the ice, then you have to stop. Otherwise, theoretically, I think you could punch each other for infinity number of times.
So, all right. So let's say one's Donnie and one is Brooke. Okay.
Okay.
So you got a little Donnybrook going on.
Mm-hmm.
You're saying they can Donnybrook up until the point that their knees down.
Yes.
There's no way that's accurate.
Or they're out of the clinch.
What is now relate the clinch to the fracas?
You have to grab the jersey or the pads, and then you just start punching with one hand. You can't do proper like boxing form.
They do.
You can't duck and dive. Once you let go, you're done.
Once it becomes so you're talking about a grasp, because in a classic affray, like whenever they line up against each other,
Mhm.
like that is the start, and I don't think it finishes until like individuals involved, right?
Yeah, it's not like street rules. We're not talking about Dolph Lundgren here.
So it's a little.
Well, he dies. Like that's
Why I'm saying I thought it was scored, because you're over here trying to convince me it's a rough and tumble thing, and I'm not. I'm telling you not. It's like a bout.
No, they don't have like rounds. They're not timed. They're not scored. Once they lose the clinch or once they hit the ice, the thing's over. Or once Zebra quits being a coward and breaks it up.
That way, there's no clapper claw or anything like when they're down. Like you can't like fish hook each other and stuff.
You're dealing with like super sharp skates.
Okay, so when your feet are out from under you, that's when you call it.
You can't really jujitsu with super sharp knives on your shoes. Like that's not an ideal wrestling situation.
Well, not only are you expecting me to learn the actual rules of hockey plus the modified rules of the 4HL, that's not what it's called. What's it called?
Four Nations.
Of the Four Nations. I thought there was a whole nother element of like blunderbussing. Like I had no clue. And I kind of feel dumb.
You thought it was just an old school fracas.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Play on the ice, scrimmage in the fight.
There's expectations on how long it goes.
Why do they
also, they will.
They will what?
100% they're going to fight.
The second it starts.
Yeah.
Like we all know that, so you're not late.
Yeah.
Like whatever Ford or Dodge or what's a really good Canadian brand that wants that commercial spot? A&W.
Mm-hmm.
Like A&W root beer, they want that last commercial before what I'm going to say the puck drop is, but really that's when Bruce Buffer comes out.
If Canada wins the fight, you get 10% off Tim Hortons the next day.
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha.
But there are no Tim Hortons in Boston. It's all Dunkin'.
The way it should be.
What are you doing?
What?
Be inclusive.
Of Canadians?
They should have played this in Detroit.
Not anymore.
Why anymore?
Detroit, the neutral location, the bridge in between Canada and the United States.
If they put it on the Admiral Bridge, That's the business.
Dang.
Like right over the St.
That would
Lawrence
be sweet.
Seaway or whatever it is there.
That would be sweet. Or like one of the Great Lakes are frozen right now, aren't they? Just play on the Great Lakes.
Did you
right
see
now.
that in Detroit
Neutral
where it
territory.
flooded? Did you see
Yeah.
all that?
Yeah, so wild.
That flood water, all those cars are cooked.
Forever.
Those are total
Yeah.
losses.
It's not a cockroach. You can't just thaw it out and it's fine.
Is that a real thing?
You can freeze a cockroach.
You
yes.
can do that with bumblebees too.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never done a bumblebee.
Yeah, so bumblebees, they keep the hive mentality to stay warm.
Okay.
And when one bumblebee finds itself astray, it will go into like a frozen state, and it can be warmed.
Reincarnated. I'm a stargazer. Wait, what?
Is that a bumblebee?
No. You you did the it sounded like the breathing at the beginning of squabble up.
And that's what's going to happen tomorrow night at 4-H hockey.
They're
There's
going
gonna
to squabble
there's gonna be
up.
a squabble up.
Over and over again.
What time's that start tomorrow? Do you have it in front of you?
I can.
Yeah, find that
pretty
out.
fast-ish.
Because we're on until 6 tomorrow, and then this program becomes the coaches show, Lobo Talk coaches show. So that'll be good. Tonight we're off at 6:30, Lady Lobos basketball. But that's what I'm saying. Like, we're going to go immediately from the program to the hockey.
They want me to read a story about it. I don't
What?
wanna read
Just
a
get
story.
the start time, brother. You don't know how Google works? How do you warm up for this? You don't warm up with, like, stick work. You warm up with, like, stretching it
Get
out.
the heavy bag. Hey, perfect.
Okay, give it to me.
8 p.m. Eastern. That's the
That's
second
6 o'clock
the
here.
Second we go off air.
Here's my plan.
There'll be a fight before we put away our equipment. Before we get all the wires bundled,
Yeah.
get everything into our cool little suitcase, there will be a fight.
I want that. So I'm going to watch the whole thing. Also, because it's on Prize Picks, I'm going to make sure I'm invested.
With how many fights there are?
If there's a penalty minute
Penalty
one,
minutes,
yep, that's the
more.
one I'm picking.
Picking more on
Slam the
everybody.
more.
Yeah.
What I want is my two dudes, and I don't know what dudes are tough, because I feel like all players are finesse players now.
No, I think you're a hockey player. Like even the least tough hockey player is still a rough and tumble dude.
Like a ready to rumble dude.
Yeah. The worst one.
As I clear my throat, I will say this.
Yeah. I would say the softest hockey player could beat up 5 golfers.
Simultaneously.
And I wouldn't flinch.
Simultaneously.
With or without karate knowledge.
I saw Tiger Woods was going to kill his fake caddy at virtual golf the other day for telling him it was 99.
That was unbelievably funny.
That's the worst shot he's ever made, and it was
So-
perfect if it wasn't.
When you give an estimate of the shot, you just say the last 2 numbers. It's expected that a competent golfer knows if there is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6 in front of that number.
Mhm.
So when they said 99, you assume that it's 199 in. Tiger Woods' brain, his golf brain, just clicked off for a second and just shaved 100 yards off.
Was it 199 was the actual goal? Was he over or short?
He was way short. He's 100 yards short.
So you should have said 200.
They should have said the actual amount like you should every time.
200.
But often caddies just say, oh, 99. Like, oh, it's 67 when it's really 267.
And you can't tell
You
when
kinda
you're
just know.
you're hitting into a TV screen. You can't tell.
I think you could tell how far away it is. The depth perception is relatively accurate.
He's not wearing an Oculus.
Yet.
It just got that much better.
Uh-huh.
Live from the Horn YMCA, it's 2 Men On, 95.9 FM and AM 610, the sports animal.
This report is sponsored by Bare Knuckle.
Welcome back to the program. Welcome back to 2 Men On. We're at the Horn YMCA. Let's go. Jim Pounds is with us. Sensei. Jim Pounds, put the microphone right in front of your mouth, brother. Welcome to the program. I'm going to try to pronounce some words. You start correcting me when I'm wrong.
Here we
okay?
go. This is going to go bad.
Goju Ryu CY Kai Karate.
Goju Seiwakai Karate.
All right, there you go.
Super
There you go.
close.
Yeah, that is a
Incredibly close.
I believe that translates to green chili karate.
It does.
There we go. Karate's at the YMCA. Let's go.
Yeah, baby.
So, again, correct me when I'm wrong. Dojo?
Dojo.
Got it. So there's a dojo, but is the YMCA also a dojo? Like, help me understand.
Well, a dojo traditionally is a place of learning for martial arts.
Oh.
And since I train at the Y is a dojo. I have a small dojo at my house also. But yeah, the Y is my dojo now.
I like that.
Yeah,
So anything could be a dojo.
Life is my dojo.
Dojo in a park.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
And I've had dojos at universities. I've had dojos in my garage. I've had sticks and bricks dojos. I had a dojo in Albuquerque back in the 90s, which is at Lomas and Carlisle, which is where that Walgreens is now. But Pete Dascalos used to have a rundown center there.
Okay.
And we taught there for about 4 years, and we lived here before.
So that part of town goes hard. That is a go hard part of town, man. You have to be.
Well, they got the park right across the street where
Yes.
the LARPers are. Yeah.
I've seen them.
Yeah.
That's the foam swords.
Correct.
I do like those guys.
Yeah, they play dress up. It looks fun.
During COVID, they were
I'll
out
never
there.
do it.
They were out there during COVID, and I
'cause
tried
like
to shoot
the
a
company of women.
Yeah, correct. I tried to shoot a documentary on them, and I tried to bribe them with pizza.
Oh,
I was like, "Hey
wait,
guys,
hold on. They didn't go for
no,
pizza?
they didn't go for it. They were like, "Are you gonna make fun of us?" I'm like, "No, I'm gonna present this exactly as it is,
Yeah.
which is not that.
Uh-huh.
Figure it out." Jim Pounds is with us. He is a instructor for, pronounce it again.
Goju Seiwakai.
I will never get that in 100 years. And obviously, if you're a member of the Y, you have access to that. Kind of walk us through what the process is for those at the YMCA.
Okay, if you're a member of the Y, it's insanely cheap. I can't tell you exactly how much, but it's something like $15.
$15 per person per 2-month session.
That is nothing. Giving it away.
They are, and you can join as a non-member also. We charge $100 a month, but
Cost for non-YMCA members is $200 per month for 2-month sessions. That's $100 a month.
that's right.
What a deal.
Which is it's
Even for non
No, join the Y. It's a way better deal if you join the Y.
well, that was their idea. was
Yeah.
that, you know, we'll keep it cheaper if you join the Y, and then you can train. But Mark Lewis, the executive director, has been real supportive.
Great dude.
Yeah, he's super nice.
Love
He's
me
great.
some Mark.
And he used to be a wrestler, so he's all over support for this kind of a program, and has been great to work with. So I'm real happy to be there, quite frankly.
Now, how long have you been in karate?
A long time,
Yeah.
since 1973.
Oh, okay.
I
So
started.
that's 11 years older than I am. Okay.
That's right.
All right.
So a lot of your life, you've been immediately able to identify individuals and size them up. Let's do it to Van. So Van, who has had 0 karate training, is that correct, Van?
I'm from the James Brown School. I don't know karate,
Yep.
but I know crazy.
Is that a technique that we don't know about? Yeah.
Yeah, there's a
In the
lot
streets.
of that out in the street. Plenty of that around, you know.
How long would it take you to get Van into tossing shape? I don't know what verb to use for
Looking
karate.
at you now, probably a couple of months, you'd be in really
How
good
about
shape.
that?
Yeah,
Dang. That's only going to cost me, what, $30?
you're a Y
That's
member.
super cheap. Oh, Y member. Y lifer.
Yeah.
I love the Y.
You're on the, yeah.
I do too. I love
Yeah.
the mission of the Y. So.
Where did your original love of this practice come from?
I've always been. My dad was a colonel in the Marine Corps, so he spent a lot of time both fighting the Japanese and loving the Japanese, and it's just the more I learned about it as a kid, the more I was pretty enamored with it. But my brother and I were in Austin, Texas, and there was a dojo up the street from us, and it was a guy named Joe Alvarado who was
Good karate name.
just a bad dude. I mean, he was from the barrio, and my brother and I dared each other to go in that dojo, and we did. And I was the only one of the two of us that remained with it. But it was one of those dojos where it was all about fighting. They just did kata because they felt like they had to.
Now, what is that word?
Katas, the forms,
No, I don't. I have no clue.
We're asking.
Okay. Yeah.
It's a learning moment for us as well.
Back in the day, before there was internet in Okinawa, they used to teach karate through the katas, the forms. They're like the memory banks of your system. So everything that they felt like you needed to retain and practice and keep were in those forms.
Is this is paint the fence? This is wax on, wax off? That's this stuff?
That's actually Goju-ryu, what Mr. Miyagi was teaching.
That's what I'm talking about, Van.
Yo.
So we have a lot of techniques like
Yeah.
wax on, wax off, paint the fence, things like that. So Goju literally means hard and soft, or linear and circular, which is what makes it so interesting to me. I've done other forms of Japanese traditional karate.
Now, one of Mr. Miyagi's biggest strengths, Van, was manipulation of others. I'm not sure if you're aware of that.
Okay.
And I don't just mean physically, but let's say Daniel wanted to go, I don't know, enter a karate tournament, but he didn't have the right degree of belt to enter that tournament. So he stole the black belt from the registration desk with his Jedi mind tricks. Can you teach us that?
Easily.
Okay,
Yes.
good. Yeah, okay.
That's day one stuff.
That's what we need.
That's in the outline. We don't really cover it. We just hand it out to you, and you're supposed to know it when you get there.
I know so little about karate. Like, I was just never exposed to it.
Right.
We had like amateur wrestling growing up. That was like our big one. What did you have growing up?
Football, baseball, golf.
Yeah, just the kind of the traditional
for
ones.
Sure. Street fighting.
The individual looking to get into karate, like, is there a type? Is there a type of individual?
Surprisingly, there is.
Yeah.
I have a Substack thing that I'm writing a lot of my essays, which I've written for years. And I just wrote one about everyday warriors. And what I was talking about was that a lot of the people that end up becoming black belts in karate over the years are people that when they walked into the dojo, you went, hi, like you, in your own mind, you're thinking, oh, I don't know.
Right.
But they have this amazing work ethic. They're not necessarily flash in the pan athletes, but they have a work ethic and they show up. And several years go by and you look at them and they're good karateka and you're going, I never thought you would have stayed. And those are the ones that I find are the most amazing and most reliable students. They don't see themselves necessarily as a gifted athlete, but not all. I mean, some of them are gifted athletes, but a lot of times an athlete will come in that's really stellar and gifted and thinks, well, because there's lessons at every level, and you're empowering somebody with an ability to hurt, frankly. And if they don't learn that humility and those lessons of controlling it, by the time they get that wisdom, they could hurt someone if they don't have that, that patience to learn.
Jim Pounds is with us. He's talking about the karate program at the YMCA. I got one last question. I don't know how accurate or good of a question it is.
Okay.
You see like celebrities, like you see Elon Musk, you see like
to a fight and they never came off because I think Musk backed away from it. But
right.
Zuckerberg can probably afford a really good private instructor for jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, you would think.
Yeah.
And jiu-jitsu is different, Van. I don't know if you knew that.
I do. Yes, I do. I'm aware. I don't know the biggest differences, but I know they're different. It's like, yeah, great question. Great segue. Explain to the layman what are the big differences in the bigger practices that people know about.
The biggest difference is probably that karate is a striking art. Okay, it's jiu-jitsu is a grappling art. You know, when they want to roll, I don't want to go to the floor with somebody in a fight because that's not my strong suit. I'd rather walk away from the fight in the first place. You know,
Sure.
That's how you win a fight. But jiu-jitsu is a great art. I studied it for a while, and the only problem was I started it older in life. But it's so creative and it's so much fun. But karate is very creative and fun also, you know, but it's a striking art versus a grappling art.
If you're interested in self-defense, maybe you want to learn an ancient art or simply want to challenge, the YMCA has the opportunity for you. Reach out today. They will connect you with Jim. If it's your first time, if it's you and your kid, if it's like, they will introduce you to it. And also those who have a little bit of an expertise in the world also reach out because it is inviting to all. Anything we missed, Jim?
Yeah, we're kind of a family teaching organization
Love it.
herself. My wife is a Godon, a 5th degree black belt, and she
Whoa.
met me in the dojo,
Yeah.
Much to her chagrin,
Yeah.
I think.
That's when it became grappling, man.
Yeah.
After that, that's the.
And then my son, who is just about to turn 12, is a junior black belt. He helps us teach. He's really great with kids, and
how
he's
cool.
good with the adults. So it's the whole family's involved.
Jim, thank you so much.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Whenever we get back from the break, we continue from the Horn YMCA. It's 2 Men On, 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
This
Welcome back to the program. I think I just learned a ton about karate. Also, I don't think I ever say it correctly. I don't know the correct pronunciation, but I feel like words, Van, that are from like other parts of the country, not just country, but world, my Midwest accent just can't do them.
Yeah, I mean, it's in a long list of words that have been anglicized here in the States. Karate. Karate.
What? Now, hold on. Why did you do that part?
Which part?
The-
Enunciating the syllables like they're supposed to
No, the Saturday Night Live kind of spin you put on it.
be? Oh, it's pronounced a certain way.
Say it again, but do it with more
So
inflection.
how do you speak Spanish?
Yes.
Like you do normally talk, or
That
you
is-
put a different inflection on it?
Yeah, no, the same. I do the
Yeah.
same.
You do the exact same.
Yeah,
Okay,
uno,
well, that would be
dos,
incorrect.
tres.
Yeah.
You did it like you were in Mortal Kombat and you were
Oh, no.
introducing people to
No.
Mortal
I
Kombat.
was just putting the correct emphasis on the correct syllable.
No, say
That's
that
what I
again.
did.
You infast the syllab.
Yes, I did.
Dang, dude. But also fatality.
Mm.
Like that's what you did. You did that voice.
Get over here.
Finish him. That's what you did.
Uh-huh.
I do also feel that Mortal Kombat was a lot of karate. Now I don't know.
I don't think ripping people's heads off is one of the tenets of karate.
Again, you did it.
Wait, what?
Well, the
said
way
it
you just
correctly.
no, again.
That's the right way to say it.
No, it wasn't.
It-
I feel
it
like you're
sure is.
appropriating.
I am not whatsoever.
Do it one more time for me.
Karate.
Again, I
What are you
felt
talking about? It's
I was
exactly-
more.
That's exactly correct.
No, I was more certain that time that it was incorrect. The other times you could have maybe walked me back from this edge, but now you cannot because every time you say one more time for me.
No, I'm good.
Okay.
I don't
So
care.
every time you
Yeah.
say karate
Mm-hmm.
the incorrect way, which is you believe
Karate.
again, you say it the way Master Splinter said it when he was telling April O'Neil.
Like that?
That one sounded like a bowel
Is that
movement.
more?
That sounded.
Did I lean too far into it that time?
Do you remember when April O'Neil was in the sewers? Because
Favorite episode.
it's a
Yeah,
movie,
for
and
sure.
whenever the Ninja Turtles saved her from the foot,
The movies came after the comic book and manga. Come on, everybody knows that.
you call comic books episodes.
Totally.
Yeah, it's a thing you do. It's
Yeah.
like in your,
Mhm.
it's in your lexicon. It's in your verbiage.
I do every day.
And whenever Master Splinter, which also I don't necessarily know if I understand what level Master is compared to Sensei.
Okay.
Probably similar, or at least on the same trajectory. Also, it's like
Okay,
reading a book.
I asked the Googs.
You're looking at how to pronounce the name of this Japanese martial art. We're going to be looking at how to say more interesting and often mispronounced names and words from Japan.
This
too.
seems good.
So make sure to stay tuned and consider subscribing for more.
Oh,
learning.
okay. It's an actual
How do you
YouTube
say
video.
it For reference, in Japan, this is said something along the lines of karate, karate.
Okay. No, that's
Nailed
very
it.
close.
I absolutely
Now-
crushed it.
Does that guy look like you? We
It's a black screen.
Karate.
It's not
Second
karate.
syllable in American English. Karate. Karate in American
that
English.
one sounds closer,
Karate.
like a Maza karate.
That's how you say it.
Yeah.
And that sounds
From
offensive.
Japanese. Karate. And now you know it all.
There you go.
Well, okay. First of all, you don't know it
Said
all.
the internet.
If I go to a diner,
Okay.
and I'm like, hey, I have a sore throat today. Can I get some hot karate? I believe they will bring me.
They will laugh
Earl
you out
Grey.
of the building. You're not going green tea on this one? No?
You're actually pretty insensitive to the culture.
I am sensitive enough to pronounce it correctly and know what tea they would give me.
What is the American version of karate? Or is karate also American and that's how ignorant I
It's
am?
probably anglicized a little bit. Not the like historical art of karate.
Okay. Tune on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the sports animal.
It is. Hey. Hustle all the time, yeah. I ain't hard to find. No, I'm always on the grind with some money on my mind, but I like it.
Welcome back to the program. Welcome back to Two Men On, where I think for the first time in the history of the program, live from the Horn YMCA, we are talking about hockey in 2 consecutive hours, Van.
That's wild.
You and I were just in New Orleans.
Mm-hmm.
Good, not great.
I enjoyed every second of my adventure.
No, you didn't. I saw you. You are waxing
until
poetic.
the hungover kicked in.
All right.
But besides that, it was fantastic.
The NHL met with a group over a potential expansion franchise in New Orleans.
Yo.
Yeah, so the NHL met with
Bad idea.
All right, say more.
Ice is going to melt there.
What?
It's
what?
warm. It's warm.
There's
there.
hockey
year
in
round.
Los Angeles. There's hockey in
There's what?
There used to be hockey in Phoenix. Florida has multiple hockey.
How do they keep the ice nice and icy?
I think I know the answer.
Okay.
It's not what it used to be.
Ice.
Yeah, now it's like there is some ice.
Synthetic ice.
I do also think there's synthetic ice, but there is.
Got some like gelatin in it, like some ground up horse hooves.
And then the very top is water.
Huh.
And I mean like barely more than a fingernail.
That's wild.
And also it's what's the opposite of antifreeze?
Oppo freeze.
Yeah, so they have the way the piping is set up, you run Oppo freeze through it. Liquid nitrogen is what I was trying to come up with.
Okay.
So, and it's like in a contained Dealy Boy. And because it's in that contained Dealy Boy, you put whatever that membrane is we're talking about. It's the color white.
Gelatin.
Yes.
Okay.
Then you layer some waters, and also hockey ice different than curling ice. Curling ice sprayed from a mister. Hockey ice drawn.
Okay.
So it's like a slow drip, like a faucet.
You just pour it in, spread it out.
Hold on.
And then drive over it with the Zamboni.
So your verbiage is correct, but not close.
Okay.
So you pour the bottom one that doesn't have the action. Okay.
Wild.
Yeah. And then you spritzer the top one.
Okay. Just a light little dusting.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then
but not dust.
Not dust,
Yeah.
water.
Mhm.
And then you don't drive over it with the Zam, you scrape it with the Zam.
Okay.
There's a razor blade like a Trent Reznor song.
That's wild.
Yeah. So I think it can be done in New Orleans is the point I'm trying to get to.
I'm back in.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm back in. Let's do some hockey in New Orleans.
I think because it was a little bit of town that was about sports.
I thought it was just Minnesota and Canada. I didn't know they did it other places.
Detroit, we talked about this.
All the Canadian imports. They settled.
I don't know what the number one Canadian import is. I would assume maple syrup.
Export? I don't think they need to import any maple syrup.
The thing we import from Canada.
Them.
Yeah.
Okay. Our biggest Canadian import. It's probably hockey players, I would guess. I bet we import more hockey players than pounds of maple syrup. Because what the maple syrup you get in the grocery store is not maple syrup.
Homeboy. Crude. It's crude.
Oh. Yeah, they produce a lot of oil up there. And we use a lot of oil here.
Now, who is we?
The United States of America.
And it's not just us.
Okay.
All right, here we go. You ready?
Also Mexico.
I guess they make a lot of cars up there, too. Who knew?
In Canada, they make cars?
That's what it says. They're put together there. Crude petroleum, cars, refined petroleum, which to me seems very similar to crude petroleum.
But like reads more.
Yeah.
Like drinks nicer wine.
Air.
Yeah. Has a tailor. Probably his own barber.
Has a really like a higher end knife block.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, now
can tell the differences in cuts of meat.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Doorbell sounds classier.
Yeah, probably has a butler.
A butler?
Yeah.
I will say
I think the more refined you are, like the more likely you are to have a butler.
You are refined to me if you once a month have a maid.
Once a month? Dang, that's good.
Like every other week? Like, what would you go with? I was a once a month maid guy for a long time,
Okay.
living in a very small.
I can't be a maid guy
You can make yourself.
because I'm Irish.
Yep.
Yeah, you got to be Italian.
Aircraft, helicopter, spacecraft, coal. This one I've never even heard of. Potassic fertilizer? What does that mean?
Potassium. It's used for fertilizer and making bombs.
The point we're trying to get to, maple syrup's not even on here.
Maple syrup's way down because no one has real maple syrup anymore. All the maple syrup you've had your whole life, it's probably just
I've heard
it
this.
looks like smoke flavored
Yeah, I've heard
corn
this.
syrup. You probably never had real maple syrup.
And there's been lawsuits and stuff about it.
Yeah. That's like bread in England. It's like Subway can't call their bread in Europe anymore.
It's cake.
Yeah, it's cake. Same thing with maple syrup.
I have a list of possible team names for a hockey team in New Orleans.
Oh, I'm into this.
Now, do you want to go first or do you want me to?
Go ahead.
Voodoo.
Okay, first off, I mean, that should be the favorite. That's fantastic.
New Orleans Voodoo.
Like,
it's a nod to the culture.
Depending on how fast their ascension is,
Mm-hmm.
and if you can have Kraken versus Voodoo in the NHL finals,
Yeah.
you're doing fantastic work.
If that's what they named the team, I'm as fast as humanly possible going to buy stock in Godsmack.
Oh, it's going to go through the roof.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, this one might be insensitive.
Okay.
Hurricanes.
Isn't there already a team called the Hurricanes?
Okay, touche. I'm going to take it back.
Okay. Instead of Hurricanes, you could do like Levee Breakers.
What's that Mardi Gras thing?
Projectile Vomit.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Cruise? What is that thing?
Crew.
That's a good one.
Yeah, Crew.
The New Orleans Crew is
The
a good
Crew.
one.
That's a good one. With a K.
With a K. Krewe.
Correct.
Now, also, hear me out. Nicknames? New Orleans is cool. Bayou Blades.
The New Orleans Bayou
No,
Blades.
lose New Orleans. Try it again.
You just call it the Bayou, but there's a whole ass city there. The Bayou is far away.
It's
I was
regional.
like nowhere close.
So not that one?
Nah.
The Crescent City Cruise is good.
Crescent City would be really cool name for a team.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
French Quarter Frost. That was a stupid one, but you get the idea.
Crescent City are both C's. Crew is a K. Doesn't roll that well, but it sounds great when you say it.
I don't like CCK now that I just said it.
Yeah.
What about Big Easy? That's it.
Just it? No team name? We're just the Big Easy?
Yeah.
You're gonna make fun of them a lot the first few years.
But it's going to grow on you.
Yeah. We got a Big Easy win coming up. We get to go play hockey in New Orleans.
What's the name of that Cajun werewolf that everyone's afraid of?
I have no idea what you're talking about. But
Yes, you
boy,
do.
am I excited.
It's like the Chupacabra of New Orleans.
New Orleans is a chupacabra?
It's like a Cajun werewolf. It's like a Rimaraw?
Rougarou?
Rougarou. Rougarou
Rougarou.
is a good one.
Now hold on. This looks exactly like a chupacabra.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, everyone has a snipe.
Okay. Rougarou.
Rougarou is good.
Rougarou. Okay.
These are all very good names.
And you could add an X to it.
Voodoo's it, though.
Voodoo's the one. If it's
Yeah.
not voodoo, you're messing up.
And you go with the purple and green. You go with the...
Yeah, you do. Yeah. Purple, green, and gold. For sure.
Yeah. And I'm not the one who's so far away.
And that'd be awesome because you got saints and voodoo. They're like exact opposites.
Coven? Isn't witches a thing down there? Is that a thing?
Like that's voodoo.
That's voodoo.
Yeah, that's voodoo.
Is voodoo culture?
I don't know how to feel about that.
That's what I'm struggling.
Yeah. Is it something they're trying to like grow past or like not make it part of their culture anymore?
bit.
So I think they really lean into it when you're there.
So we can use right here as an example the Albuquerque Dukes, because historically conquistadors bad rap.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
like if you
But it's
own
the
it,
name of the city,
that right?
the Duke of Albuquerque.
You
We're not
own
just-
that thing.
We're not just randomly grabbing Duke out of nowhere. City's literally named after that.
That's what I'm saying with voodoo.
New Orleans and voodoo itself, not really correlative, but voodoo in the region, big deal.
I know there's a lot of New Orleans style music that sucks. There's a lot of like heavy brass, no good stuff,
Mm-hmm.
but there has to be like a rock banger, right?
Hear me out.
Okay.
The New Orleans Jazz.
Okay, hold on. I'm following you on this one.
Uh-huh.
It symbolizes the music,
Uh-huh. Yeah.
encapsulates the city,
Yeah.
shares a narrative that can be interpreted by many.
Uh-huh. And there's no way another team, like somewhere from, let's say, I don't know, Utah, would have the sheer gall to use that name. Bring it back to New Orleans. You change Utah to the Storm and Mormons. Why they haven't done that already is
Should
an
have been
atrocity.
done, yeah.
Should have been done a long time ago. And then you move the Jazz back to New Orleans. You do the hockey and basketball.
You know what you name the
Real jazzy.
You know what you name the arena? House of the Rising Sun.
That's smart. Yeah. RS Arena.
Rising Sun Arena.
Mm-hmm.
Brought to you by Sunkist. Rising Sun Kissed
Rising
Arena.
Sun Kissed Arena. Yeah.
There is a house in New Orleans. And the whole place goes crazy. The entire, you know how often New Orleans night hears, they call the rising sun. They all lose it. Now here's the team they have to play, the Salt Lake team. What's the name of the new Salt Lake team that's not the Phoenix team anymore?
It's just Utah. They're just a Utah hockey club, right?
The Utes.
Don't even have a name.
Oh, I didn't know that. What you do, Utes, is that's who you play, and the winner gets to have the Jazz moniker.
Or just call them the Blues.
It's hard to take. We're at the Horn YMCA. Come hang out with us. Jock Tony joins us after the break. It's 2 Men On 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
This report.
Welcome back to the program. Welcome back to 2 Men On, where we're hanging out at the YMCA. We're hanging out with Jacques Tony, and Jacques Tony is the new starting quarterback for the New. I'm excited.
You should be.
It's gonna be I'm not really. It's gonna be hard back there with nobody blocking me. But yeah, I'm excited.
Well, I heard you were playing guard too.
I'm doing not all 11 because I'll do 10 though.
Yeah, just 10.
I'll keep the other 2, maybe Brees Hall too. So 3.
We're going to talk a lot about the world of the YMCA. We're going to talk a lot about upcoming camps, summer programs after school, all the cool things that are going on. But first, you are a fan of a dumpster fire team, the New Jersey Jets. How do we help you quit that?
I am a loyal fan of the dumpster fire Jets right now. I like the way that sounds actually.
DFJs?
The DFJs.
You remember when your quarterback picked doing a podcast
And it's
over
not Dallas this time.
Dallas,
DF,
football.
Dallas Fort Worth.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
What other really dumpster trash is that?
They're going to finish with a better record than the Jets. Your quarterback picked a.
I don't think he picked something over playing football. I think we went in a different direction.
Who is we?
Me and the rest of my coaching staff.
Got it.
From what I understand, Aaron Glenn told him that it's the Jets or Pat McAfee, and he chose Pat McAfee over the Jets organization.
How do you feel about that?
I don't think we gave him that choice. That man already.
Let's
just put it out there. He doesn't like him.
Gave it to him.
He doesn't like him. He doesn't like him in the locker room. He doesn't like who he is, what he stands for. So he found a reason to get rid of him.
Literally every head coach they
Same.
interviewed said they wanted to move Aaron Rodgers. Like that was a conversation allegedly from every head coach they talked to.
They wanted to
move on.
Oh, yeah.
No, you're
Yeah.
thinking of
He's
Brett
ready.
Favre.
He's ready to go. Like he's proved that last year. He got the pieces around him and didn't. And the defense wasn't like the year before where we were just giving up 100 points a game. We were giving him manageable fields, and he still wasn't doing nothing with it.
So the takeaway is the Jets plan on to keep losing, but without Aaron Rodgers.
Pretty much.
Okay, got it. Yeah, that's a good plan. Yeah. You can be a winner though at the YMCA.
You can.
Come hang out with Jacques.
Everybody's a winner at the YMCA when I'm around.
They got a ton of summer programs going on or sign-ups are going on right now. Is camp open yet?
Which one?
All of them.
All of them.
Yeah.
Except the sports camps.
Okay.
Everything else is open, though. We got sports spring registration open right now, so get in there. Volleyball's filling up. If your kid is interested in volleyball, now's the time. Basketball's filling up. Soccer is back. Soccer season. We back here doing on the futsal.
Isn't that crazy?
Yep. So we
Just
got all
flies.
that going on, and then we also have Camp Shavering, getting ready for the summer there. June 2nd, that kicks off.
Got a new director out there? What's up?
Travis is the man, man.
Yeah.
He has put some work in there, and I'm really like Tyrod Taylor ain't gonna really cut it for us, so might as well at least try to put somebody in place, because that's what we did before. We just tried to put somebody in place, and that just sucked. So
That's
Well, if you don't go up into the draft and get a young quarterback, I think it's time for a reclamation project.
I think the Jets are
Somebody
thinking
who's got a
stupid
second
things.
wind
Oh,
in the
okay.
NFL.
all right.
Somebody who's been a proven asset in college. Somebody invested a first-round pick in this guy.
I like this.
He's had a rebounding career, a
Mm-hmm.
lot of success in the NFL.
Mhm.
I think you guys should try out Sam Darnold. You ever heard of this guy?
No.
You ever heard of Sam Darnold?
Stud.
If you want me to stop being a Jets fan,
I wonder-
that's the line right there.
I wonder what he'd look like in a Jets uniform.
Awful.
What do you think?
He would look awful.
We'll never know.
Awful. Seeing ghosts or something like that too, like awful. That's an awful move. He can't handle New York. He can't even handle Minnesota. Like he's not ready for it. He's not ready. He can't. No. So Justin Fields, I can't even put a sentence together for all the no's there. all right?
What's the name of the kid who dropped the ball on the 1 yard line?
Which one?
The Jets player. Gibson?
Xavier Gibson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
That's when Aaron Rodgers knew he was done.
That's when he knew he was done?
There's no doubt in my mind.
Not when I was in Phoenix and he was just throwing the ball to nobody.
No.
Like,
I mean, it's not like they would score at the college.
and not when I was in Phoenix and they called the same outside zone 6 times in a row and got no first downs on it.
Hey, but you got your values worth because that ticket was upwards of some dollars.
Some dollars, yeah, it was a cheap ticket. I actually bet on both of them to lose the week before. So when I got there, the tickets just kept on creeping down. But I had a good time though. Ain't nothing, being with the Wild Jets fans. So,
But luckily, you get a high draft pick again.
yeah.
Don't spend it on a quarterback. Get Dart in the second round.
Oh.
Dart's going.
Jackson
Oh.
Dart looks like a dude.
He looks all right. I think the first round pick, we're either gonna go with this tight end. Can't remember the guy's name right now.
I have no clue.
Or
Travis Kelce.
no,
Is he available?
yeah, no. He's over the hump also.
Okay.
You guys were at the Super Bowl. What, 2 catches?
Decoy.
Well, yeah, and also we left before the
Decoy.
game. So
He's their offense. What you mean? Nobody else could catch anything on that team all season.
Tyler Warren? Is that what you're talking about? I don't know who that is. Seemed good.
Solid, and then maybe some more defense because we like defense, but don't like offense in New Jersey now.
You can get the third best quarterback in the second round in Jackson Dart. That's what you do.
Yeah, third
He's
best.
not going to be there in
Yeah.
the second round.
What?
He
Third
will not be
best.
there. He'll be a top 10 pick.
Nah, I don't think it'd be a top 10.
No, he will not be a top. He's a second round guy.
I
I'm
think-
taking the more then.
Nah, he's gonna be a late first rounder. Somebody's gonna pick him up. Like, oh, you're left. Okay, let's do this.
Cam Ward number 1, Shadur Sanders number 2,
No,
Jackson Dart number 3.
hold on. You think Shador is going before Travis?
Oh, like overall?
Yeah.
No, but in this order, I think it'll go
quarterbacks. Okay,
Ward, Sanders, Dart, and if you end up with yours, you end up with yours, which is fine.
Yeah. I don't think Shador will be good in the NFL anyway.
No, he'll be fine.
Agree.
No, he'll be fine.
No, he's not gonna be fine. He's not gonna be fine at all.
He will be a cornerstone franchise quarterback.
He will be a cornerstone backup quarterback in the NFL. He'll do a great job at backing somebody up.
I'm leaning more that way.
And then you draft Riley Leonard in the 4th round, and he runs your always go for 2. He runs your go for 2 goal line plays, and then you get 8 points every time you score. This is a good plan.
Yeah, except we're not gonna score. So
Oh, I was going to slow you down.
yeah,
Riley Leonard's not even as good as Taysom Hill.
no quarterback.
Taysom Hill's about to be a free agent.
Yeah,
You can score a great deal at the YMCA with your daily membership. Is it $1 a day? Is that what it's currently at?
Nah, we're doing $0 joining fees all month. So
That's
come
awesome.
in. We're waiving $50. Say $50 getting signed up today, tomorrow.
How much that family membership though? What's up?
Family membership is $73, but you
Steal.
get everything with it.
Yeah.
Sports. So the kids get to play their sports. You get to work out, do a couple of classes. The kids can go to the classes. We got a brand new class also.
Karate.
We have
Oh.
a family fitness class here at the Horn location on Wednesdays at 6:30 on the turf. So the whole family gets to work out together.
In the morning and the evening.
In the evening.
All right. I'm busy.
You here now?
At 6:30.
Yeah.
We're working, dude.
Are we on? Are we done at 6:30 today?
Ah, touche.
Oh yeah.
There is no more 2-a-days for me. I will rip apart ligaments.
Yeah, so it's been a good time around here though. And then summer day camp is open. We're like almost 50% full. So if you're looking for a summer day camp, you better stop looking now. Why is the place to be? We created summer.
That's the thing.
Hey, same thing with Camp Shaver
Yeah.
too. Like you want your kids to go to Camp Shaver, start early because
Yes.
you're going to be disappointed later when it's completely booked.
Well, and friends of the
Parents are
show.
sorry now when you come on June 2nd, the first day of summer camp.
That's what they do.
And you're crying. I'm sorry.
Their kids are
gonna be
crying.
full.
Mm-hmm.
We are going to be full, and I'm just gonna have to refer you to Boys and Girls, and hopefully they have something.
If the teen center is open by then, and I don't think it will be.
No.
Like, it depends on the remodel.
Might
There's
never
June is tough. August for sure. June no.
And then you have to have a teenage kid also, so that's another problem.
What are we talking about?
That's Boys and Girls.
No. Do elementary through 18.
Was that yesterday? Today,
You know how
today.
the Boys and Girls Club is it's different than the Y, because the Y will keep you up like all your teenage years, because like you have the gym.
All
You
your
have all that-
teenage years, we're here for your whole life.
That's
homie.
100% true. The Boys and Girls Club's not that. The Boys and Girls Club is like you get into athletics, or you do whatever. Like you are no longer like 14 on.
Mhm.
Gets a little at the Boys and Girls.
It's crazy, I know. You know, we just celebrated 100 years with one of our members here. So I'm excited.
Is that real?
Seriously, real life? We had a party. We had a little Valentine's Earth Day party action going on, and one of our regular members, 100 years old. So she came, gave her 100 pennies. She was very happy about that.
Everyone listening now.
But we had to celebrate her the right way. We had a big old party here, right here in the lobby.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody had a good time, and we had the birthday cakes.
Now 100th birthday or 100th year as a member?
100th year birthday.
Oh, okay. That makes more sense.
If she was 100,
99 and a half as a member.
yeah, well, you know, we're celebrating 110 years this year at the Y.
I
Here
did
in
know that.
Albuquerque.
Yeah.
Here
Which
in
110 years?
in Albuquerque.
Yeah. Which 110?
The first 110.
Oh, in a row?
The last.
Oh,
the last.
that's way easier.
That's way easier.
Okay, yeah.
I think the math was easier on that one too, because it was all in a row.
So this is 25. So you do a 10. So that gets you to 15. So you do 100. So it's 19. So, okay, one Great Depression.
If I was going to celebrate 110 years, I'd space them out a little bit. I'd choose like some from like prehistoric era,
Yeah.
maybe a couple Magna Carta years.
Okay, this is a good note.
Maybe- yeah.
And one's in the future.
Well, 110 in a row, that's cool too.
One's
that's
in the
cool.
future. I like that.
Yeah.
We should just like get some futuristic Y stuff going on in here. Show them the future, what this Y
You
is
seen
going to be.
these new machines? The future's
Yeah,
now.
the future's,
Future's
here.
here.
Bro.
Oh yeah.
Pre-core
Future's now.
is got us there.
Matrix, Precore, Life. They got us all there.
These
Thank you
machines-
to all of them.
Half of these machines basically work you out on their own.
Mm-hmm.
You just sit down and it starts.
It just
working.
does it to you.
Have you been on the treadmill?
Yes.
Because legit, what you just said, the treadmill does, and they
Takes
got
you on a-
somebody yelling at you while you're
That's
doing it.
There- and you can put your headphones in it, which is wild.
Yeah,
and
you got- I'm serious though. They have somebody guide you through the whole workout, and the treadmill speeds up, inclines,
Yeah.
all that the whole time.
And because all National Park Service employees got fired yesterday, you can now run through Yosemite, but on that treadmill.
Yeah, no one can stop you.
And on the arc trainers too, and no one's gonna stop you.
Also,
No
and I think
purpose.
the arc trainers are cool. There's never a line for them. Like you can get in and out.
I'm
Those
an
are-
elliptical guy. I like to
Hey,
be locked in.
I'm an elliptical
See,
guy.
That's what I'm saying. You guys are just like the arc trainer is definitely underrated. Like you
My
want to
legs are so long, dude.
that's perfect. You know, it inclines, fits you now.
Stair stepper.
Stair steppers also, but I'm telling you, the arc trainer is so underrated. You get good cardio with some nice guide, not too much impact on the joints,
Mhm.
Yeah.
like you like about the elliptical, and get that running motion going good. So you remember to get those knees up when you're running outside.
Yeah.
Also, I'm telling you, it's a killer right there.
I do. Whenever I'm on it, I pretend I'm Xavier Gibson, and then right at the very end, I
Drop
screw
the
it up.
ball.
Yeah, I drop
Yeah.
it up.
Mm.
The only joints
Try
I
that
want to do
next time.
damage to are the ones that I get from Smoking Joe's.
Okay,
cup of
a little
coffee.
weed reference right there.
Smoking Joe's.
Mhm.
What do you know about that?
I just found out about that place.
The intersection of Central and Yale.
Well, I thought it was a coffee shop. So I
It
went
is
in there to
also.
get
It is also.
coffee,
It's
and
south-
then
south
I
of
was like, I
Central.
don't belong in here. It's not my kind of spot. Not my kind of coffee.
It's my favorite one.
It's
in
just
town.
regular, delicious coffee.
I
There's-
wasn't trying to risk it.
There's no extracurriculars in the coffee.
I said,
Let's
thank
make
you,
that
but no
very
thank
clear.
you.
It is where I get coffee every day.
But it was a nice place. The lady was very nice to me when I went there, and she explained everything to me. I felt a little bit more educated about
Yeah.
something I'm not. Really,
You're entry level.
you got to be entering to be on that level. I'm just on the level.
Got it.
So,
Also, Smoking Joe's proud supporter of Duke City Championship Wrestling. So
oh
there you go.
sweet,
For
There
sure.
you go. How fun.
Hopefully they throw me some tickets.
Well, you got an auction?
Do I have an auction
Yeah.
coming up? I mean, we could set up one right now.
That's a new game I've been playing. Is up in my gift basket game because people ask for like donated like ticks and merch all the time,
Mhm.
Yeah.
and like you can give some. We have cool stuff. We give cool stuff. You put it like in a basket though. Shoot,
It's super cool now.
duh.
I like getting like repurposed baskets
Or if you
from like the
frame
thrift
it.
store. Super cool.
Wow.
Get some weird baskets.
Yeah, I don't hate this idea.
Yeah.
It's like
Get some weird baskets.
Happy Easter, and it says like 2018 on it. And you're
Yes.
like, here.
You're speaking my language.
Yeah, but you
Exactly that.
yeah you turn that 18 into
Yeah.
The
happy 100th birthday party to Gladys.
That's
at
what
the
you do.
YMCA.
Not so bad. You got to go. Or you sticking around for one more?
I can stick around. I got nothing to do. Go on. My kid's a Y kid, so he's hanging out with the Y.
Don't forget that Kids Health Day is April the 26th at the Y. Free haircuts.
Free haircuts
from barber Gabe Gambino. How nice.
Aw.
You educating me, bro.
Yeah.
Free haircuts. I better grow something so I could get this thing cut.
Gabe is on the board of directors here at the YMCA, and
he's a real one.
Gabe,
giving
bring
it free haircuts.
Bring a razor for Jacques.
No razors to this head.
What do you do on top of that?
We just straight clippers and maybe a foil, something, but too sensitive.
You don't pick that?
Yeah, not yet. Still growing it out.
But it leaves bumps? Is that what you're saying? You get ingrown?
Still growing it out. So, hate for that.
Tune in on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
flex, but now I'm no stranger. I make it hot to death.
Welcome back to the program. Welcome back to Two Men On. We're at the Horn YMCA. Jacques Tony is with us.
You can see me flex, but now I'm no stranger.
What's going on,
Straight into
guys?
sleep, woke up, still a G. New tracks, new ideas. It's never empty.
I guess.
All these new faces around the Y, man. I like this time of the
It's a
year.
beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Man. I love seeing it.
Yeah, I love seeing the new faces right now.
Are you talking about me? Or are you making a joke about me? Because I haven't been here enough. So why are you doing this? Is that why you're putting this out here? Are you putting my business out there?
I wasn't doing all that, but if you want to just put it out
Listen,
there,
I'm busy, brother.
bro, I haven't seen you in here since like
It's been a while.
December, like
It's been a while.
November. You've been just ducking on me, man.
I think the last day I was in here legitimately was Martin Luther King Day.
Nah, you wasn't here.
Yeah.
Well, maybe I wasn't here because I was celebrating.
Well, I knew you wouldn't be here, so I came in.
That's what it is.
Yeah, but I think that's the last time I've been in. I need to start doing the 6 a.m.
Yo, we got these spin classes.
I
Have you tried
know.
spin
I'm
class?
fully aware. No, my glutes, brother.
Nah, bro. I was like, I ain't really about this spin. But, you know, Miss Sarah, I'm going to give it a
She's
shot.
excellent.
I'm going to give it a shot because you the instructor and you just awesome.
She
Now I can't stop going.
Yeah, spins wild. The up down is what gets you. Like if you go in there and do your own pace, you're not going to get anywhere. Like you have to put the effort into like.
Well, you're climbing mountains in this
yeah.
class.
You could burn 1,000 calories if you do it right.
Yeah, in an hour.
Yeah, we're doing 45 minutes, and I thought I was gonna. I did. First of all, the first class, I didn't even think I was gonna make it to the 45 minute.
Yeah,
I was like, oh, this class is real around here. Like, but
all right, I'm in. I'm back in. It's
nah,
downstairs.
I've really been enjoying it. Like,
Is it downstairs?
Absolutely. No, it's right up here.
They're doing the group X.
Yes.
Oh, let's go.
So
you can see the sunrise.
Yeah. No. Well, we got a 6 a.m. and a 6 p.m. on Mondays.
I want 6 a.m. I'm coming tomorrow.
Come for it, bro.
Let's do it.
I don't think it's tomorrow.
I got.
I got to come for it. Definitely
check the calendar before
check
you
the
show
calendar.
up, please.
But I've really been enjoying Monday and Wednesday evening class. It's been definitely my kind of vibe, and I'm about to spin life now. So if you catch me on Tramway with my spandex shorts on and my new bike, just keep it pushing, bro.
The Los Angeles Rams reportedly are saying if you have a first round draft pick, you can have our quarterback. I'm not paying it.
Nobody's paying that.
I'm not paying
But
that.
did you see the NFL show up to the HSBCU combine? Let's just talk about that.
No,
all 32 teams were represented this year.
Well, that's
the
right.
first time in a long time that's happened. So at all 32 teams had a
Where was it at?
Yeah, they do that at but
Atlanta.
I think it was actually.
Yeah, it always is.
Yeah, it was Atlanta, and they trying to get some kids out this year. And then watching the All-Star game, was the Senior Bowl.
Sure,
they had some D3 cats out there putting in work, like against these D1 dudes. So
I think the Senior Bowl was in Dallas. There was like an East-West one that was in California.
Yeah.
They do a whole bunch of them.
Mm-hmm. They try to get these guys exposure,
Yeah.
but these D3 dudes, these D2 guys, they putting in the work right now. And I mean, they out there. Coaches, y'all listen, they out there. You just got to go find them.
I do very much think there are legitimate athletes at every single college. I do very much think with the right opportunity, most colleges can produce a contributor to some sort of professional athletics. Doesn't have to be the NFL,
right,
but some sort of professional something. I think this, though, and you guys are about to talk to me about collusion and weird stuff. I'm going to tell you this. The NFL will on purpose draft or make undrafted free agent opportunities to individuals incentivize like athletes to go to those schools as opposed to sitting on the bench behind SEC whatever's. And I like that. I like that idea a lot. Also, I think it's big money stuff, but
exactly what you said with the NIL not having to sit. I'm hoping that it starts to kill the transfer portals as much also, because it's hurting a lot of these high school kids not even getting the opportunity to get an education. Somebody like myself, without football, I wouldn't even have the education I have.
Yeah, that's a good note.
So really killing that for other kids out there is like with this transfer portal. I'm hoping they put that down. But yeah, it's the future is going to be very interested in the NFL and probably some other sports too.
The NIL stuff is super wild as a relates fails, not every of them, but then they have, they're smart enough to pivot into something else. But I agree with you completely. If you can end up in a thing where, instead of sitting on the bench for 3 years to maybe play your senior season at a school that you identify as an opportunity for future playing, maybe you do end up at a junior college. Maybe you do end up in a Division II or a I don't know what NAIA or something.
NAIA,
Thanks to
D3,
Diego
whatever,
Pavia, like are you undersized? Like,
that's another thing.
Are you going to hit a late growth spurt?
Mm-hmm.
Is your dad tall? Are you not as tall as your dad? Go to JUCO for a couple of years. Not going to count against your eligibility.
Mm-hmm.
Then go get that NIL money at the big stage.
For real though, if I could do it in this time, not when I was young, because there was no NIL bread out there, I would do the JUCO
under
route.
The table though.
I mean, I may have. I didn't own a car. I just had a car. So, but yeah, if I could do it all over, I definitely would have taken a JUCO route and then see what it's about. Because at the end of the day, for me, it was just about the free education. But it's money out there. Just sitting out there on the table, just showing up, being in a D1 program at this point. If you're a starter at any D1 program across the country, you're making $1,500 easily because NCAA is giving it to you. So,
yeah, that's a good note. And I know what the number is allegedly in New Mexico State, and it's at or near $5,000. So like all these guys are making a little bit of cash. It's different up here at the University of New Mexico, and I don't know exactly what it is with their new head coach and everything. But I mean, you can get through a semester. There's a semester's worth of money.
Well, the NCAA game, they just announced last year they did $500, but they see the benefits in it for the students as well. They're paying $1,500 minimum, plus they all get a free game, and if they don't have a system, they buy them that also.
Oh, sweet.
And then
I don't have a system.
The cover guy might be getting about $200,000.
Oh, way to go!
So, and then if you make like different playoff things and all this different stuff that goes into it, they're looking to incentivize these kids a little bit more, and like 2% of all sales, and they did like a couple of billion this year, right behind
of course.
Black Ops. So,
well, is this just like the game sales, or is this like whenever you buy like improvement packs or whatever? Like, does that stuff? I don't know enough, but
I'm pretty sure it's just the game sales.
Yeah.
It's not. Hey, tell me if I'm wrong. I did get the game, but I don't think there's any like improvement packs,
like better player packs. Like that stuff exists.
Well, that's in Madden for that Ultimate Team stuff. They don't have that in this current.
Oh, okay. I thought they did.
Yeah. I bet it'll be back.
Yeah, it'll probably be back in this year, 26.
No, I know. Jock Tony, thanks for sitting down with us, brother.
Yeah, for sure. All the time, guys. I love being on your show.
Come see Jock at the YMCA. Also, you can get that membership, less than $1 a day, no joining fee, and get that family, which gives you access to all the athletics and fellowship you can handle.
Yep, and Parents Night Out. Free childcare. Go get your date on.
Every other week.
Third Friday of every month here at Horn, fourth at the McLeod, and this month we did it up. We actually did it on Valentine's Day. So
nice.
We had about 50 kids here for the night, including my own. And all the kids had a great time playing games, doing crafts, and I got a Valentine's because my kid was here.
Tuning on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
This report is sponsored by Allstate.
sports animal.
Welcome back to the program. Welcome back to 2 Men On. Top of the hour. We hand this thing off at the bottom of the hour. Lady Lobos basketball over here. Men's Lobos basketball over there. Over there is KKOB. Gonna be a fun one tonight for the Lobo and the Lobo fan as they go to Idaho. Van, they're going to play the Blue Horses.
Yeah, Blue Horsey boys. Is their basketball court? Is it blue too? Is it also blue?
Da da dee da do da 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 dee da 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 dee da da. I think parts of it are.
The lettering.
Yeah.
All right.
Get the line on this one.
I do,
right.
and it is blowing my mind.
All right, give it to me.
That the home court Boise State Broncos are 4.5-point favorites
At home?
That is wild.
For why?
I guess they got that great of a home environment. And then the first place New Mexico Lobos are going to be dogs there.
Are they? And maybe I'm confused. Like, help me out. Are they not going up against the team with the 5th longest winning streak in the nation? Are they not going up against a team that's looking at? Is this their 15th conference win?
Boise State is 9-5 in conference, 17-8 overall, but 11-1 at home.
Yeah, they are not part of the NCAA tournament at large consideration.
Mm-hmm.
They will not get back to the bubble. They will try for a strong finish. Not only will they lose this one, they will not do well in the Mountain West tournament. This is not the game. Who is saying this? Vegas?
Vegas.
Now they're trying to make you lose money.
Nevada, not New Mexico.
Thank you. All right, first of all, thank you.
Yeah.
There was some confusion.
I knew you were wondering which Vegas it was. The one handicapping college basketball is, in fact, Nevada.
Didn't they just lose to San Diego State? Like, no.
I mean, this is obviously a trap game, but this isn't a 4.5-point dog trap game. Boise State's not that good.
The Lobos have been perfect since like mid-January. This does not track. Spread, it was a dramatic 3-point win at home over Utah State. They're 22-4.
Yeah, doing well. Hey,
they've swept them.
I love Lobos plus 4.5 anywhere. You buy that bad boy up to 5.5. Yo, get out of here.
I didn't believe you.
It's free money.
I did not believe you. I just looked it up.
Giving away free money.
I have it right here. 4.5. I thought you were messing with me. I thought you were telling a very funny joke. I had opened up my diary and I wrote to my journal, today journal. Van told a very funny joke. It was 4.5 to Boise State. I wrote that down just now. I have to put a single line through it and express to my journal how the light has gone out of my life for understanding comedy.
I get it. I understand. So when's tip? I think I need to go out to the book. Unless somebody wants to just take it off my hands right now.
7. I believe the game starts at 7. Also, if it's 8,
I think it's 8. It's at 8.
It's at 8 o'clock.
8 tip.
Oh, Pacific time zone. Boise.
Is it now?
Yeah.
But there's mountains there. Shouldn't it be mountain time zone? They're in the Mountain West.
Okay, no, you're making a good point. It could also be that.
Late tip. Probably like a TV thing, right?
CBS Sports
It's on
Network.
the CBS Sports Network, yeah. And
That'll be-
obviously 96.3 News Radio KKOB.
That's a good get if you listen to that.
If you want to hear my friend Rob.
15th Mountain West win of the year will come tonight against Boise State.
You can't convince me until San Diego State.
Shut up.
They're going to put in work on Boise State. I don't care how good of a home environment they think they have. They're outmatched.
As far as away games go to finish the year, this is the hardest one, and this one won't be hard.
I think San Diego State will be tougher.
He's out on the road.
Correct.
No.
Road Boise State, then once again road San Diego State.
You know what's scary for that one, though? Because after they win this one, San Diego State, there's going to be a little number next to the Lobos' names. That's a ranked opponent.
Yeah. I think it's just insulting that you think Boise State has that much of a home court advantage that you're leaving easily the best team in the conference to be 4.5 dogs. You're trying to tell me 1.5, 2.5, maybe just for home court, but 4.5 in Boise?
And you're talking about Vegas. Because
Correct.
I'm telling you, if they play to the degree as I define it from the charity stripe and defensively, this is a blowout for the Lobos.
Agree. They're outmatched.
20 points.
Again, I've talked about this on the program. All this, even any given Sunday talk, it's a in-conference game on the road, and every single game for every team in this conference, it's their national championship when they get to play the Lobos. So they're going to try as hard as any basketball team has humanly tried. Effort through the roof of the stadium, but still they're outmatched and they're outclassed.
Boise is.
Boise, yeah. Give me Lobos plus 4.5. That's a gift. Thank you, Vegas.
A thing that's really easy.
That's nice of you.
A thing that's really easy to take on the road is.
Do they know that Donovan Dent has the flu or something?
Does he have?
Did he
flu?
get?
If he has what I.
Oh God, were you around Donovan Dent yesterday?
I was not. In person.
Not even at 4th
Nope.
Street?
That's the last time I saw him in person.
Yeah.
If I'm not trying to draw like a rich analogy here.
Okay.
If you subscribe to the idea that defense travels like I do to away games.
Yeah.
Because shooting eye is different. Like it's hard to score whenever the home team fan base is in there.
Yeah.
But if you subscribe to, like I do, the defense travels. This is a 20-pointer. Ends up being a sweep, which is a big deal in the Mountain West.
Low double digits would not make me blink a second.
No.
Yeah. 12-13 up. Maybe they get some garbage time points at the end when we put in the scrubs.
If you say it's a 12-point, 14-point victory, I'm gonna call that business as usual.
Yeah.
If you tell me it's a 20-point victory, boy, that's because they're trying to send a message.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a big deal. Because at the end of the year, tournament time, at the end of the year, ranking time.
Have to let a naysayer know on that one.
No one is naysaying. They're just saying.
Vegas is?
No.
The audacity. The
That's just to
sheer audacity.
Oh, that's to get movement.
The stones.
It's to get movement.
You have the brass buttons.
It's the best Mountain Western. It's about best Mountain West Conference start ever. That's a fact. Will not stop now.
Agree.
And also, if they'd have beat San Diego State, maybe you're talking to me a little different. But Boise losing to them, you can't convince me. 9-5 in league play is bad.
Like super hard agree. Like usually I'm like trepidatious guy when it comes to talking about this, but I'm like legit insulted at Vegas, which by the way, pretty good reason they keep the lights on.
They do pretty
They're
good.
obviously very rarely wrong. But this one is kind of insulting. 4.5. Like this one's getting me a little worked up.
And maybe because I will hear this if you say, "Hey, they're looking ahead. They're going to get through the Mountain West tournament." Because the players on that team right now, who by the way have not experienced this, they want to be ranked come the national tournament time. Like because there's something about getting in that field of 64 or 68 or whatever phrasing we use now, and having a ranking next to your name. That has so much value nationwide.
Sure.
So if your conversation to me is, I ain't going to win today, worried about winning tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
Also, they had to overcome a huge deficit against the inferior team in Wyoming Then you had a knockdown drag out with the second best team in the Mountain West, Utah State.
Mhm.
Maybe some of that is going into it. They're like, hey, they've expelled just about as much energy as a basketball team can the last 2 games. And so possibly this is going to be their low point. Maybe this is the time that you kick them when they're down.
So
but they're not down. They're up. They've never been more up.
Sports Animal text line. You said this, I guess, but I didn't hear it. The Lobos have lost 6 straight in Boise. See, I didn't know that. Did you say that?
I did not.
Okay.
But I know they've had problems. Everyone's had problems.
The last road win in Boise was 2017. That's breaking news to me. That's 100% breaking news to me. Now, that last game, January 17, I wasn't at because we had Duke City Championship Wrestling.
Uh-huh.
But that was the one where they went on that 20-0 or
Yeah.
23-2 run or whatever. And there was just, no more hot air for that balloon that was Boise.
Sure.
But win by 20, you're where I want you to be. You set yourself up for the weekend. Win by less, I'll argue you're conserving your energy. You're doing that thing, and you're just trying to get through what is low-key the most boring remainder of this week until the Mountain West tournament and then eventual tournament play. Also, I don't think we mentioned it. True Washington was like Mountain West Player of the Week.
Yeah. Deserve it.
Best player, best team.
Dude went off.
Beating the top of the conference regularly. And if Vegas and if idiot come lately bandwagon-y, Lobo-y fan is going to say another way, you are wrong. And if they win by 1 or 2, we actually have a problem. The Utah State thing I'm going to let slide. That was the number 1 deal. Excuse me, by number 1, I mean opponent.
Yeah.
This one, no. Start sending messages because now's the time. Because if you wait until next week, you can't send the same message. It was too close before.
Right.
You want to write about how successful you're going to be on social media and you want to give quotes and you want to do those things, you can do that. I saw one from Nelly Jr. Joseph. He was like, yeah, we like to be ranked. Okay. Why don't you beat Boise?
I don't think that's necessary. I don't think the ranking matters in the slightest. It's better to be underestimated. It's better to be underappreciated. It's better to come in to the Mountain West tournament and the NCAA tournament with a chip on your shoulder. Because I think they do their best work when they have a chip on their shoulder.
I agree.
When they're being slighted, when they're dealing with a little bit of hatred.
They're not on Prize Picks tonight, are they?
I believe they are. Because I have True Washington's Goblin for sure.
Okay, I'm looking them up right now.
Yeah.
All right, I have them on Prize Picks. I'm going to do a little something too. Promo code KNML will match you up to $50 on your first $5 lineup. Promo code KNML. Donovan Dent's fantasy score number seems too low. His fantasy score number is 35. That seems too low.
Does seem too low. I love the True Washington Goblin today. Only 9.5 points. He's blown through that recently.
This Philip Cat's been playing a lot more too. Do you think that's a thing? Because his thing is only 7.5 for a demon.
Yeah,
he had 12 points last game.
I know.
All right, I'm taking that too. What's Nelly Jr. Joseph doing? I want his fantasy score. 33. That you might not get it.
That one's tough. That's a tough number.
I do like his points 13.5. I feel like you could go more on that. Points and assist, 14.5. That seems doable. That seems really doable. I'm going to go with that. And then I don't know how to tell you about Boise State. I don't know who their stud players are. I don't know who those guys are.
Whoever their highest scorer is, take the Goblin.
True Washington's going to fill up the stat book, though. All right, I'm putting all my play on.
He's really hitting his stride lately, and it's cool to see. We've seen the talent, we've seen the baseline, but now he's like really surpassing it, and it's fun to watch.
Oh, here's a real easy less. This Cardenas, I'm going to take less on 24.5 points and rebounds and assists.
There you go.
He's way under on that stuff. That's not even like close to his average. All right. I'm super in on it. I'm going to play a little Prize Picks. Play with me if you want to play with me. Here's my deal, man. If you love the Lobos and you're that guy who puts on your favorite sweater, watch it. If you're trying to love the Lobos, if you're a transplant like me, put a little $5 Prize Picks on.
Sure.
It makes it that much better.
It's fun.
We wrap up the program whenever we get back from the break. It's 2 Men On 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal. I got my Prize Picks lineups in, Van. I got Donovan Dent more than 35.5 on the fantasy. I got Philip this cat more than 7.5 on the Demon. Nelly Jr. Joseph more than 14.5 on points and assists. Trey Washington more than 14 points. Alvaro Cardenas, no clue, less than 24.5 point rebounds and assists. Tyson Degenhart more than 5.5 rebounds. I also went with another fun one where it's all that, but Degenhart I have less than 0.5 steals because he has like no steals on the season
ever.
Like it's like a very small amount. So
that's a tough one because if like somebody
else
pokes it out,
yeah,
and it just rolls towards him and he grabs it, that's a steal.
Those tall cats don't like to bend over.
No, they don't. They don't.
No, it's
Often dangerous.
what is?
Tall. They're more affected by gravity. Yeah.
Father of Lonzo, Leangelo, and LaMelo Ball gets his right foot amputated.
Is that a real thing?
Yep.
Holy moly.
That's wild. My mom had that done.
He had he's got what you had, but he didn't beat it like you did.
I don't know. Diabetes? Are you talking about diabetes?
Yeah, I had talking about the Brimley.
When my mom got her leg amputated, me and my brother made countless jokes. Seemed to help.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. NBA returns tonight. That should be a lot of fun. Big surprise, LeBron James is actually fine. So should be playing tonight.
Well, I mean, he had all that time off.
Yeah,
if
good
he would
point.
have played in the All-Star game,
Super
could have
good point.
exacerbated the injury.
20 years?
Exacerbated?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Intensified?
It's not my favorite.
About bait and stuff.
Yeah.
You expect a different word in there.
That's correct.
I got you.
Switch. Big
Mhm.
switch.
Yeah.
We talked about it when it first happened. Speaking of fathers, Patrick Mahomes Sr. tried to get in a fight with John Rocker on Bourbon.
Did he?
But it was all work.
It
right?
was a work. That was a living commercial.
Yeah, right away we said it was a work.
Also,
Like,
is this the price you pay for having 3 like super successful rich millionaire sons? Give a foot. It's the price you pay for being a good father.
my mom only has 1 foot.
Hmm.
And
You're doing great.
well, not on that level. Though.
Yeah.
I'm not in the NBA. I don't have a
Your brother's doing
career.
yet.
Don't think he's pursuing.
He's young.
Don't-
There's still so many chances.
So senior, Patrick Mahomes Sr.,
Okay.
he's on Proby.
Yeah.
He's on Proby for a Dewey.
Yep.
And he had an exemption to go to NOLA. I'm using a lot of acronyms here.
Mhm.
To watch Super Bowl 59. So it was a 3-day deal. And he had to go to his Proby today and say, hey, that was all fake.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wasn't actually breaking work.
Right. Which, believable if you watched it. It didn't fool me at all.
Barstool's the bottom tier one.
It's not great.
I would argue it's bad.
Not great.
Yeah.
There's some highlights every once in a while. I mean, depending on what you're into. Make you giggle sometimes.
Sure.
Usually at their own expense.
Similar to us, like their best content is not their sports content, and even that content's not great.
I'm already done with the celebrity boxing, celebrity jiu-jitsu, celebrity MMA, whatever.
Outside of one
Like,
guy,
I kind of just like want to watch professionals now. Like I'm over it immediately. Like that little glimpse of popularity that it had, initial run of like, what? Le'Veon Bell and Adrian Peterson? Like, yeah. Now I just don't care. Like if I'm gonna watch boxing, like I want to see professionals do it. I'm over it already.
you're ish, right? You're I don't know Jackson at all, but I know Rashad Evans, and he's super nice.
Rashad Evans is a dude.
I feel like I have a rooting interest, which I don't always have.
I hung out with Rashad at the Super Bowl in Phoenix. It's pretty fun.
Yeah, he's super nice.
Super good dude.
They're going to do ICS Mania 1 on April the 12th. That will be at the Pit. And in my 7 years here, I don't believe there's been boxing at the Pit.
It's cool.
It is super cool.
I'm glad you're doing other events at the Pit.
Who is we?
They.
Ah. I was texting with Teresa Tapia about this because it's like a little three-way promoter still they're doing.
I like that.
And I'm like, number one, media. Like, I want to be there.
Mm-hmm.
But number two, like, I want that audience to see pro wrestling.
Yeah.
Like,
you warm up?
That's a sweet audience.
They would like it.
And I don't know.
You're going to cut a promo there?
That'd be sick. Put Hobo Hank out there.
Put Hobo Hank out there and, like, maybe have, like, Brian Idol, like, pour popcorn on him or something.
Chelsea Dotson's about to debut with us.
That's exciting.
And, you know, she does all that slap fighting stuff. Maybe send her out there to just...
Ooh, yeah.
Steal one.
Steal one. Get them all cheeked up. Not in the good way.
What's the good way?
The wagon you're dragging. That's the good way. That's a good kind of cheeked up.
The little hubbub around baseball right now is due to the success of this Four Nations thing that you and I are going to be glued to tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
That Major League Baseball should put a World Baseball Classic before every season.
Every single season?
That's my understanding.
That's a bit much.
All right. What do you think? Every other year? Every 4 years?
Yeah.
I mean, it's cool to represent your country. Like,
agreed.
You have to go more than four like they traditionally have, though, because there's so many baseball players.
Right. But I like to see, like, every half generation, you get to see new iteration of your country's team. I think it's cool. It makes it more important when you space it out.
Okay. Yeah. But not every half generation, because that's 10 years.
If they did the Olympics every year, I would not care about curling. But every 4 years, I'm the world's biggest curling fan.
And with summer, and with the way it's weighted, summer to winter.
Yeah.
The Winter Olympics are back next year.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. Good little program today.
Enjoyed it. I enjoy being at the YMCA.
Same.
Under any circumstance.
Yeah, and under all circumstances. We're handing it over to Lady Lobos basketball. It's going to be a lot of fun. Isaiah Johnson back in the studio.
Boom.
Van, final words.
Oh, my goodness. Too much for the time allotted, my friend. Anything we didn't cover, check out tomorrow morning on the opening drive with Jeff and JJ.
Good job, everyone. Keep breathing.
See you at Sadie's tomorrow.
Oh, that'll be fun.